Good afternoon. Today is the 50th of September and this is the Concorde Club, which is in Eastleigh, and this is part two of a slightly Shambolic shuffle around Concorde Classics, which is an annual event that takes place down here, and the only event that happens in the entire calendar that's in walking distance of where we live, so it's a nice convenient show for you to get to because it costs absolutely nothing to travel. So we've had some nice cars in part one. Let's have a look at some others. A bit different here. We've got this Dodge Charger police car from Monroe Township. I think a couple of these cars are owned by the same person. This is a 2012 because you'll see the number plate's very similar to that Ford Explorer there. Obviously we didn't really get these over here, did we, these Chargers? And then we've got a couple of Crown Victoria police cars as well here. Got this one, which is a 2010 to 2011. So quite late on. The last year for these was 2011. Mr. Richmond View is driving. Hopefully we'll get his Crown Victoria back on the road soon. In the meantime, I've been offered to go in one of these myself. It's not the cars we're here today, but another Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. So looking forward to that at some point, viewers.
So the Contera's just back now.
Oh my gosh, viewers, I just had to wait for 15 minutes while they did lengthy announcements. Having experienced it so much at Nebworth House, we all hated the announcements and the music. I had to be patient, but I hope you appreciate that what I've done to just get rid of that, so you don't have to listen to it as well. Anyway, let's continue with these police cars. This is a 2013 Ford Explorer Police Interceptor from Miami Beach. I gather it's in the same ownership as the gentleman who's got these two Chargers here. Obviously you've got US 62, US 61 and US 63 COP. Very appropriate, I would have thought. We've got the 2014 Charger here from Massachusetts. You've got an old Panasonic laptop in there as well. I like the way that all these have got this sort of actual appropriate equipment for the role and the time that they've been used. So the oldest one here is this 78 Plymouth Fury. Now, it looks very similar to a Dodge Monaco. I'm sure tons and tons of these were used in both a View to a Kill film, both the Furies and the Monacos, and also Dukes of Hazzard. I remember these being used in as well. Could be wrong about that. Look at that, all the sort of radios and things like that. Typical sort of 70s interior fabric. And then a 2011 Crown Victoria. This one is from the last year of production. 2011 was the last year for this platform, which included the Lincoln Town Car, the Mercury Grand Marquis as well. Have a look inside here. A very big centre console. Again, the Panasonic computer. All sorts of equipment in here. My gosh, maybe the equipment costs more than the car, I don't know. That is fantastic. Back to this country though, the 69 1000 Panda car. This one has a 5-speed gearbox in it, all synchromesh, and also it's been converted to run disc brakes from a Marina, which are vastly superior to the original drum brakes in the Marina, which will make that a lot easier to drive. But as you can see, they've had to change the wheels as well because you can't fit original minor wheels and also have the disc brakes. A couple of police cars from the Hampshire Constabulary that are here. I have a feeling though we can't talk about those on this channel, so we shall continue and go to the next section, which I think is some Triumphs and a Daimler Dart, or SP250 as they're sometimes known. This is a 64, this one. This is the very last year they made it. I think after BSA, which included Daimler, was taken over by Jaguar, or the car division was, in 1960, they just realised they didn't need the Dart as well as the E-Type, and so they gradually sort of wound down production. But this is one of the very last ones. Fiberglass body with that Edward Turner designed V8 in it. Triumph TR5 and a TR6 together. The TR6 actually is from Utah in the USA. It's the last year of production, but for some reason someone's put a... but it's the right plate for it. The early 76 would be a P. TR5 from 1968. Stage 2 head, so same fuel injection, but I don't think the TR6 will have the fuel injection. If it's an American one, it'll be on carbs. It's the injection on the back of there, TR5 PI, whereas this one, it doesn't have that. And then we've got, there we go, I presume that's the carb setup on there. And the plate at the back shows the original Utah plate covered up with the appropriate British one. and a TR7, or I wonder if this is a TR7 V8 or something like that. The TR8 came out, I think, sort of 79, 80. So if you got a V8 in earlier than that, this will be a 4-litre TR7 V8 from 76. We have seen this before, I think, probably at Lockheath or somewhere like that. It's very, very nice. It's a bit faster than the TR7 I drove last year. It was a standard sort of 2-litre one. All this sort of period equipment on here to make it a very, very nice, fast rally car. And that beautiful livery on there as well. We've got some Corvettes. We've start off with this. I think this is a C4 from 1990. It's ZR1, same gearbox in there. I think it's used in the Aston Martin Vantage, I think it was at the time. And then this one looks very similar to the one that I drove actually earlier this year for the 11 Vantage Grab Special, which is the C7. Is this a manual or auto? That is the automatic one I drove was a 7-speed manual. Yes, 7-speed manual, but that is one of the only cars I want to have a 7-speed manual. And then this one is a bit earlier. This is a C3, sort of late C3 actually, sort of 81, 82. 82, the collector's edition apparently, this one. What I prefer really, to be honest, I'm not sure. 94 Corvette C4, complete with beige leather interior of course, no wood airbag by this stage. Do we still have crossfire fuel injection, or was that a bit earlier? And then lovely C2 Corvettes, 1966. Very handsome cars, all these Corvettes actually. And then we've got some rotary actually going on here with the Mazda RX-8. I wonder how many engines this one's had. Be converted for competition, this one has. I've driven the R3 version of that, which is the sort of later one. Let's go down here so we don't miss anything. Here's we can go down the side of the building. Very nice Porsche 911 Carrera. Targa version, that'll be from the mid-80s, won't it? With those bumpers on it. Yeah, 86, 87 on a D. Then second generation Jaguar XK. This is an SKR, I believe. Yeah, that's the Wikipedia article. Don't exactly know what year it is because of the personal plate. Silver Lake are here. They have a stadium over there they sponsor, but also their main dismantling places in, I think, Shedfield, it is, so it's near here. Triumph Stag. Contrast the other one. This is a Mark 1. This is a 7172. Actually from Shedfield on the plate as well. Red interior, very similar to the one that I drove last year, but it was a 72. That was an auto. This is a manual. No harm in having a look at the Sport Quattro again whilst we're here, and then we'll go to the back and see what else we can find. So until 2013 there was a factory for Ford making a transit very close to here, actually walking distance from here, a place called Swaveling that's just to the south of what is now Southampton Airport. So production done moved to Turkey, so we don't make cars and vans there anymore. But before that, in 1964, a very small factory opened at what was Eastleigh Airport to make the Gordon Keeble. And there are actually 4 Gordon Keebles here today. The very first prototype was made in Slough, and the main production was at the factory in Eastleigh. And then some cars were built at Sholing, which is not too far from here either. The problem with the Gordon Keeble was that not so much people didn't want to buy them, they did. There was a problem with some of the components. They couldn't get the components quick enough to build the cars. If they couldn't build the cars, they didn't get any money. So that's why production of these ended. It just was too slow to build. But they're very, very handsome. It's nice to see, obviously, kind of locally manufactured things here. There's 4 of them in total. This one is a 64. And we have a very nice olive interior. Very powerful. Apparently these are very nice drive. I've never driven one. I'd like to. Well, I'd say 64 in the front, 65 in the back. Never mind. And we've got another one here. This is a 66. It's hard to sort of say what favourite one is, actually. I quite like this one, actually, somehow. Quite fond of this one. A little friend of there. Tortoise logo. All of them had. This is a 64 as well. This one's an an auto. It looks like we got auto or manual. And then this one is quite a late one actually, on an F. I didn't realise they made them as late as that. But apparently they did. Yeah, 67 registered January 68, the last car to leave the factory. There's the General Motors V8 in there with turbo fire, I think fuel injection it was. And then we move into some of the sort of film-inspired cars, television cars. This is, of course, the Ferrari 308, made famous by Tom Selleck in Magnum PI. This one's been featured on Top Gear. And this one is the Astra 1.6 Tech Line from 2013 that was genuinely the reasonably priced car used on Top Gear. I don't know who owns this now, but we have seen this here before. And someone's put all the lap times on the bonnet. Fantastic. Look at all this, all the lap times are on the bonnet, so we haven't got time to sort of read all those out, but yeah, it looks in good condition considering how it's thrashed. And then we've got a replica kit here. It's a very good replica kit actually. Very, very good. We've got the scanner, the thing talks, and we've got the correct seats in here, and we've got the yoke on there, although I think sometimes it drives with the normal steering wheel, because a lot of the cars that we use in the series did have normal steering wheels for stunts and things. That's really good. 82 sticker on the plate there. And then we've got another replica here as well from Gone in 60 Seconds, the second Gone in 60 Seconds film. There was one in 74 as well. 67 this one. Bare metal restoration. Fantastic. And then a Chevy NASCAR. Greta hates it. Yes, Greta Thunberg. Probably not a friend of the channel, viewers. I wouldn't imagine Greta Thunberg. Ooh, very nice. I'm going to have to look at the information sheet to tell you what Ferrari this is, because my expertise does not lie in modern Ferraris at all. It's a 296 GTB V6. What year this is? I'll say on here, it's a 2024. Oh my gosh, no one I've never seen one before. I've never seen one of these. Yeah, if you want to know what a modern Ferrari looks like, well, here you go. That's some unexpected pleasure, isn't it? And then we've got some more classic ones over here. Very, very nice. I like this one. It's a 348 TB 1991 gated manual gearbox and cream leather in Rosso Corsa. More Rosso Corsa on this F430 from 2007 with the cream leather. No gated manual. We've got the race modes and things and the automatic gearbox in this one. Obviously very expensive, sort of thing that Mr. Martin from the JM Cars channel likes. I don't know anything about stuff like that, so won't be commenting really. And more Ferraris here. Rosso Corsa again. F12 from 2013. And this, they call them a Spider, this one or something, I don't know. Oh yeah, it's a California. This is a 2012. I had the shot to drive a California when I was in Italy in 2014. I turned it down because it was really expensive, but maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have had a go in it, I don't know. Hello. Got some friends around here as well. So we had our Ferrari fill, haven't we? So well, let's move on to something else. What's happened to this Citroen Ami 1? Someone sort of, I don't know, it's like one that's base model without the sort of wheel trims on and things. And that is something that at some point in my life I should drive, shouldn't I? Drive one of those. And then we have a nice Aston Martin. V12. V12 Vantage S. Be about 2010 or something like that. And then a Porsche 911 GT2. This looks to me like a 996. Yeah, it's a 996 facelift 2002. It's probably a bit faster than 996 I drove in 2022. And then another 911 here. This one is a 997, a 2005. I think they're very similar. One's a very heavily facelifted version of the other, I think. But yeah, they're good fun. If you've not driven a Porsche 911 in your life, I recommend it. And then we've got something that looks like the car used in View to a Kill. It's very similar actually to the View to a Kill one. This is a 58 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud. Very nice. And then we've got this unique Concorde. This is apparently one of only a couple of these in the entire world, and they're offering people to have a go in it. 3-seated like a McLaren F1 in the front, or a Matra Simca Bagheera or something like that. Right, let's go to the sort of final row on here, which is the sort of kind of genuine movie car. This is a heavy replica from the Monte Carlo film. I think that was released about 77, that film. We've got Star Wars Troopers going on here, and then we've got something that is what the Ghostbusters would drive if they drove a car today. This Dodge Magnum, I think they call them, or in this country they were the Chrysler 300C. I hope that's a petrol one, yes. We've got the proton packs going on. Gosh, I'm driving around with this. Actually, I'm driving around in this is even more wonderful to me. A DeLorean DMC-12. This is an 81. And someone spent an awful long time, apparently over lockdown, making it into a replica of the car used in Back to the Future. Wonderful. Okay viewers, so this is the final section we're going to be looking at. We have the Sporting Bears who are here offering some dream rides in a lot of these cars for a small donation to an excellent cause. We've got this crazy thing here, Exo Booster kit car, 300 horsepower, 450 kilos. Oh, very nice, an Aston Martin DBS. Very tasty. And last generation BMW M5. I wonder if this is a competition. Yes, it's a competition M5. I think I'd prefer to have a go in this TVR though if it were me, because it is dark green with a beige leather interior and some wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior, and we've got those Vauxhall Cavalier, I think it is, rear lights on this Griffith. If I got that right, I might be wrong. I get confused about these things here. And you can have a go in this other DeLorean. There's another DeLorean here, because of course there is. Just hold this piece of paper so we can actually see. There's another 81. Isn't that great? I don't think I've been to too many shows. We've got 2 DeLoreans there, and one of them you actually have a go in. So that's good.
Just watch yourselves there. I've just got him coming up. He's just going to turn around here and come back.
Got a Morgan as well. I presume it's from the 1990s, judging by the kind of registration there. Although they kind of don't change, do they, at all? Let that car park up there, so we don't get run over. Not getting run over is a good thing. And you can have a go in a Reliance Scimitar as well, 76. And no, I'm not allowed to make the connection with a very famous person, but you want me to, because that connection is banned on this channel. This one's a manual, have the Essex V6 in it. Excellent. And then we've got the Bentley Mark 6, I think this is. It could be an R-Type, but the only way really to tell when Mark 6 is an R-Type apart is the boot, and I'm not enough of an expert to be able to tell you, although I know somebody who is, who'll be watching this video, so we'll have a look at the back, and in the comment section below the gentleman can tell all of you if this is an R-Type or a Mark 6. There we go. We had a Mark 6 and an R-Type as 2 wedding cars we had in 2017 when we got married, my lady wife and I. One was a modified one was a more standard one. And a 5-litre V8 Mustang, which you can wear with a little hat if you go out for a drive, which is good. Series 3 E-Type. Having driven one of these early on this year, views, I recommend having a passenger ride, or if you are able to drive one, that's even better. The only thing I would say is you've got to wear very, very slim shoes to actually get your feet in there, because if you've got big shoes, you can't get in there properly with your feet. This one's got the original 4-speed manual on it. The one I drove had a 5-speed Tremec gearbox, and another Mustang, another 5-litre V8 with more stars and stripes. This one is a 2017, and a Lotus Emira. Now I have and I haven't driven one of those, in the sense that you will never see any footage of me having done it, but I might have done it at some point in my life, I'm not allowed to say. Then an Alpine A110, I heard this earlier on revving up, it was quite loud. But again, I think that would be a good fun to have a go in it. Let's not get run over their viewers or trip over anything. And another Mustang. We've got a few Mustangs here today. This is a very nice one. That one's, I think, been out. I don't feel the heat from the engine. It's in 1965. And then a Camaro, one of the sort of later ones. ZL1. Are they still making these, or have they stopped now? I don't know. I'm not so knowledgeable about the kind of thing. And then a Porsche Cayman GT4. So lots and lots of lovely things to have a go in today. Yeah, very privileged. Anyway, I think that's actually it for today. Very much enjoy the Concorde Classic show, although having to wait all that time for the announcement is not my favourite. Never mind, maybe that's just me. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and I think we're going Shambolically shuffling again later in the week, and we shall see you then for even more incorrect information.